With the 2026 midterm elections just around the corner, a whole new kind of battleground is taking shape. And it's not happening in town halls or on debate stages, it's all happening online. States are now on the front lines, and they're rolling out a wave of new laws to deal with the huge challenge of artificial intelligence in our politics. So, let's break down what this actually means for all of us.
So, think about this for a second. Could a fake video actually swing an election? And look, this isn't some hypothetical question from a sci-fi movie anymore. This is a very, very real concern for voters and for lawmakers right now. The technology to create these incredibly convincing, but totally fake, videos and audio clips, well, it's here. And it's a direct threat to our whole democratic process. The real question is, are we even ready for it?
And the term you've probably heard thrown around a lot is deepfake. All it means is media that's been manipulated by AI to make it look like someone said or did something they absolutely never did. We've already seen this tech used to push false information, even during the 2024 presidential campaign, which is exactly why the need for clear rules has become so urgent so fast.
Now, you'd think that with a threat this big, the federal government would be all over it, right? Well, here's the thing. There's this huge gap between how fast the technology is moving and how fast federal regulations are moving. Despite the obvious danger, Congress hasn't passed any specific laws to ban deepfakes in elections, and that's left this massive policy vacuum at the national level.
Now, there has been some movement. The president signed an executive order that's supposed to create a national framework. But, and this is the important part, it specifically does not override state laws. So what that did was basically give states a giant green light to go ahead and create their own rules and start experimenting with how to solve this problem themselves.
And boy, did they take that green light and run with it. Just look at this number. In 2025 alone, a whopping 38 states passed their own laws related to AI. This isn't just a small trend, folks. This is a full-on nationwide legislative scramble to try and get ahead of the curve on this technology.
And make no mistake, this is all very intentional. As Tim Story, the CEO of the National Conference of State Legislatures puts it, AI remains a priority for states. They see what's coming, they see the potential for chaos, and they're trying to build some guardrails before things get completely out of hand.
So what are these laws actually focused on? I mean, AI is touching pretty much everything from family leave to insurance costs. But when you look at the legislation, two huge priorities really jump out. First, cracking down on deepfakes in elections. And second, setting new rules of the road for how AI is used in a really sensitive area, healthcare.
All right, so it's one thing to talk about laws as an idea, but what do they actually do? Let's take a look at some real-world examples from 4 states that are really pioneering these new kinds of regulations.
Okay, so you can really see the different ways states are tackling this. If you look at the election space, states like Montana and South Dakota are all about transparency. Their laws basically say, if you use AI to create content for a political ad, you have to put a clear label on it. No hiding the ball. Then, if you switch over to healthcare, you've got California and Oregon, and they're really focused on preventing deception. California's new rule makes it illegal for an AI to trick a patient into thinking it's a doctor. And Oregon is even more specific. It says an AI system can't call itself a nurse. It's all about protecting patients.
Okay, so we've got all these new laws popping up. But why does this really matter to you? What does it all mean for the immediate future of our democracy? Let's connect the dots, because this is all coming to a head in the 2026 midterms.
Here's the most critical thing to take away from all this. The 2026 midterms are going to be the first major test for this whole new patchwork of state laws. These regulations are literally drawing the battle lines. What we're about to see is a huge, real-time experiment where different states try out different strategies to fight misinformation all at the same time.
And, that really leads us to the final massive question in all of this. The states have made their move. They've put their rules on the table. But at the same time, AI technology just keeps getting better and faster at a mind-blowing pace. So what we have now is this incredibly high-stakes race between innovation and legislation. And the question that's going to define the next few years is simple. Can our laws actually keep up?